make time for what you want to make time for. Maybe you've heard that before, but that was my go-to phrase. You make time for what you want to make time for. And at that time, what I was making time for was happy hour. I was making time for game nights. I was making time for work. I understood I had to work and pay bills and make sure things were taken care of. And I'm talking way back before I was married, before I became a mother. At that time, what I would always say is you make time for what you want to make time for. And I held people to that statement. I held myself to that statement. So, I was making time for all these things, cruises. I was making time for festivals, music festivals, film festivals. I was making all this time, even for people. And you might be thinking, what's wrong with that? What's the big deal? It sounds like you were living your best life. It sounds like you were just enjoying life and the entertainment that comes with this world. And you know what? You're right. That's exactly what I was doing. And here's the thing. As good as that may sound, as amazing as it seemed at that time, I was still desiring more in life. Imagine that. I was still desiring more in life. I had a great job. I was making really amazing money. I had all these different friend groups, and we would be outside, as they say, all the time, every weekend, coming over my house. I'm going over to their houses. We're just living life. Let me tell you, saved, Christian. I grew up in church. So my lifestyle, though, it didn't look that different from somebody who wasn't saved. And I know that there are some of you out there who can relate to what I am saying right now. And you may not realize it because you're in it, because that was surely my story. I didn't realize it at the time, but there was something that kept nudging me. There was something in me that kept saying, there's gotta be more to life than this. And I would talk to God about it. I went to church every Sunday, just about every Sunday. There was an occasional Wednesday Bible class and, a conference for church here or there. But my focus was not on the things of God. And that's what was missing. There was like a void, even in the midst of all of these things that were happening around me, all these people, the enjoyment that it appeared that I was having. All of that combined, it still was not enough. I was still missing what I so desperately needed, and what honestly and sadly, many Christians are living their lives just like I was, doing more for the world than you are for God. The reality of that is our lives as Christians, they should look differently from the people who are not saved.